here, 96.9 Cool FM. My name is Gucci.
Hey, my name is Kemi Small.
And live right here in the studio, we have J-Town Ambassador, Lagos City Hustler, international superstar, and of course, one of the greatest to ever do it, Iceprince Zamani!
And the crowd goes, wow.
Finally, man. Finally, I'm so happy to be here on your show, man. You guys have the #1 show in Africa.
Thank you.
It's good to be here, man.
We love it.
Thank you so much.
You?
How you doing?
I feel good, you know. Everything nice. Bless God. God is good. The weather has been so amazing today, man. Like, yeah.
You like the rain?
Love it.
Oh, wow.
Love it.
I mean, so do I. It's just that it comes with some chaos in the city.
I mean, yes, because it's Lagos, bro. You know, for somebody like me that's always in Abuja, always in Jos, when the rain comes down, it's like the best feeling ever, you know, because we don't have that stress of traffic and stuff like that.
It's
I
good
like
to have
your
you.
hat.
Oh,
thank you.
Women make things 10 times better.
Yeah.
Real.
anyways, we have Iceprince, international superstar, in the studio right now.
Gucci, your hair, man. Your hair is goals, bro, for real.
Thank you so much. I want to mention that I saw an interview where you said that you were booked in South Korea. I think it was earlier this year. And even as an international superstar that you are, does it ever surprise you to have fans from those part of the world?
Yeah, that one came as a surprise.
Yeah.
And I won't even lie to you. Even when I went there, I was told that the only African that had done a show there was Nasty C.
Oh, wow.
You know, they had hosted Diamonds, they had hosted KC, but nobody had actually done like an African show there. So like, you know, that's like kind of like surprising, you know. And we did 2 cities, we did Seoul and we did Busan. Both amazing events, and yeah, I had a good time out there, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of traveling, first before I get into it, I want to say that I feel like you talk how you rap. Or is it that you rap how you talk? You know what I mean? I feel like it's the same cadence.
Maybe I guess. Yeah, there's no faking it around with me. I express myself the same way. I guess. But I think as a compliment.
It
so.
is.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
it. I like it
Thank
a lot. You know, the pacing is very nice. You traveled recently for, I think it's the African MMA thing in South Africa.
PFL.
Yeah,
Africa.
the PFL. Talk to us about that.
It's the Professional Fighters League. So they had me out there with one of the boxers from South Africa called Nkosi. He actually won his fight that night. So I was there as a mentor, as a friend, as a coach. You know, that was my job there really. And Nkosi won, and I was so proud of him. I'm hoping that events like that will come to Nigeria someday. But you know, we don't know yet. The next one is in Dubai, and we're supposed to be there as well. But you know, it's a professional fighters. It's like UFC, basically. But this is the PFL. Yeah.
Before this conversation started, we played Oleku, which is one of the biggest songs ever from Africa, and a lot of people love that song. In fact, it's from the album Everybody Loves Iceprince, so it's very fitting. But a lot of people do not know this. I personally, one of my favorite Iceprince songs is "I Swear," featuring French Montana.
Raise the roof. Yes,
so
sir.
I wanted to always, ask this question: how did that collaboration work or start?
Man, as soon as I just came back from Uganda actually, and that happens to be my biggest song, Uganda. I swear is like 10 times bigger than Oleku over there.
Wow.
That song came about. Big shout out to my OG Lafa. He's in Lagos right now. Actually, I hope he's getting to hear me right now. He introduced me to French Montana.
Oh wow!
And the intro went very smooth. You know, when an OG introduces you, like somehow you get received easily that way. Let me put it that way. So big shout out to Lafa. He introduced me to French, and like I said, the intro was smooth. French booked the session for me. In fact, we're supposed to record in DC. We couldn't record in DC. French took me to the Diddy House studio in Manhattan, which is the same studio B.I.G. used to record. Yo, French Montana actually paid for this session himself. The videos are on YouTube. You can check them out. But I'm just saying this to say that I appreciate what he did for me back then. You know, I didn't need to stress to record with him. Went back to America, shot the video with him. It was so easy. It was smooth. Big shout out to French Montana, man. I see he's getting married to I'm like, yeah, that's my guy. Well deserved. Very cool guy. Very, very good guy. You know, big up to him, man.
I love animation, right? So I want to talk about your animated series.
You saw that?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. It's done.
You don't say your opinion, it matters a lot. So if you approve of something, that means a lot. You know what I mean?
I really like it. Don Gustavo.
Yeah, Don Gustavo. The story is a series.
Yeah, it's a story of Gustavo, right? And it's exclusively on FanVault. So first of all, why that animation? What are you trying to do with that? And why the FanVault platform as well?
Okay, so this is conscious art, right? And I like to call it alternative. Now, these are basically the kind of like music that I record constantly that I know I'm not going to put out mainstream. I know, for example, these songs are not going to make it to any album. They're not going to be on any mixtape. I'm not going to bring it to Gucci or Kemi Smalls and say, yo, please help me promote this. This is exclusive to those who are conscious to that sort of art. And because I record these songs all the time, I'm not just going to keep them on my computer, right? So I just thought to create a series and a story out of it. And the story really starts from 2001 Jos crisis, which is a very landmark point in my life. I witnessed that crisis as like a little adolescent child. And, you know, I needed to shed more light on that and, you know, turn it into a character and make a movie literally out of it. So I'm going to be rapping the stories and we're going to be telling the stories in anime version, and it's exclusive to FanVault. Again, because I said you guys on Cool FM won't play. Nobody's gonna play.
You never know. You never know.
Nobody's gonna know for real. I know it's literally boring rap. It's not rap that I expect anybody to listen and be like, oh man, I want to play these 10 times. No, it's literally very boring music. I'll put it that way. But with a lot of message, with a lot of poetry, and you know, a lot of consciousness into it.
Yeah.
And the animation will help it as well. It will help relieve the boring nature.
I mean, a big target audience for this is like young kids who are in their teenage years and their adolescent years, because again, that was when the age I was when this Jos crisis started. So that's the target audience for them. And I see a lot of them, like my son, they are so into anime and stuff like that. So I thought anime would be a good way to get their attention.
Yeah. Speaking about kids, though, and the fact that, you know, they're very impressionable, and, you know, a lot of young people really loved the Chocolate City Boys, the Chalk Boys as they were called back in the day. Man. You influenced the culture. You know, the Chalk Boys influenced the culture. A lot of people wanted to dress like Iceprince, wanted to rap like MI, wanted to be like Jesse Jackson, all of that, you know. What do you miss from Chalk Boys?
I don't miss nothing, man. I don't miss anything. Cause my brothers are my brothers always. Like I was talking about my son right now. My son is spending the holiday in MI's house.
Oh wow.
So I speak to like I don't miss anything about anything. We still make music a lot together. You know what I mean? It's just that sometimes some of my brothers, their head is too hot. Like to get, let me report MI, for example. To get MI to just release music is so difficult. You know, it's not like the music is not being made. The music is being made, but you know, sometimes when your profession is to a fault, you just have to. And you know, he's big bro, so he's whatever he says, we just go with it.
Yeah,
deaths and videos.
Yes, I mean, like it takes he's a very hard nut to crack. But I mean, like for somebody like me, again, like sometimes I don't wait for them. I just do what I want to do. I just put it out how I want to. But again, I have a very good relationship with my brothers. I don't miss too much about them.
Everybody older than you considers you like a fashion icon. Like every time you talk about Iceprince.
And I don't like that. I don't necessarily.
Why?
Because I don't intend to be anything. I don't intend to be a fashionista or a style guy.
But you always look it.
I'm from Jos, my brother. What you expect?
Real.
I'm from Jos. It's the truth. It's just the truth, man. I'm from Jos, but I'm from J-Town. You know what I mean? It's the coldest place in Nigeria. I grew up dressed in like fur coats and stuff like that. So it's just been all my life. It's not like I came to Lagos and then I say, oh, you know what? I want to start dressing like. Nah, it's just have always been. Then ask my secondary school classmates, primary school's classmates. Those ones don't even think I'm fly. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is.
You know what? I understand that because the other day I made a tweet like, I get really stuck when people ask to interview me about my style because I don't have anything to say. I just wear clothes.
Exactly, you're just a fly person.
I just wear clothes.
Exactly.
You know. But yeah, let's get back to the music. You dropped the project collab with Chopsticks. Starters, right? Yeah. And you and Chopsticks have history, of course. Yeah. What would you say is different about the creative language that you guys kind of speak with now versus your early runs together? You know, and what has stayed the same?
To be honest with you, there's no, if you're asking me about me and my brothers, there's no big difference between me and my brothers. Again, me and Chopsticks started working since we were 13-year-olds.
Wow.
We were very, very young when we started working. So over the years, we've understood each other to the point where we don't even need to say too much. You know what I mean? Over my career, Chopsticks has produced some of my biggest songs. I Swear with French Montana, Aboki, more. There's a couple of them that we've done so much over the years together that we're just at a point where we're just praying that God takes us where He wants to. There's nothing to know about each other anymore, really. Like, we started from very early together.
And now he's shooting your videos.
And now he's shooting my video. Yo, you know, Chopstick is a gig, right? When people are spending money on cars and houses, Chopstick spends money on like cameras, lens, equipment, like laptops, certain softwares. That's just who he is. That's who he's always been. You know, so he started trying out his cameras, and recently me and him were in London together. He decided to shoot a video for me, and he did. You know, one of the videos from the project. It's called Jackin' La. Yeah, he shot that video. So yeah.
It's interesting because the other day he posted, he said, who wants to shoot a film with me? Hit me up. I'd actually hit him up. I'm like, I want to shoot a film. And it's like, when I'm ready, I'll hit you back up. So I love that for him.
Geek. Like, he's truly a nerd. And I, even though we grew up together, I don't know how we're like opposite, because I don't care nothing about softwares, computers. I don't. That, But he's really into that, you know, so that's what he's thinking.
Starters, as the name implies, right? It's kind of like the starter, like before the main course and a dessert, right? Like a lead up. So is it leading up to that as well?
You know why I say you're very smart? Because the album is actually called The Main Course. So I have an album called The Main Course that's coming very, very soon that, you know, I believe my fans are really going to enjoy. But before that, we just wanted to kind of like reintroduce a new type of thought process that Ice is on with the Starters project. I don't want to say new type of music or new type of whatever, but new type of thought process. I'm 37 years old now. I'm thinking in a different direction from how I was when I was in my 20s, you know? So yeah, that's part of what the new Starters and the new Main Course is all about.
But most importantly, though, I saw somewhere where you mentioned that you're always watching the news. You're always keeping up with. It's very cerebral of you to keep up with the news. But how do you cope with the incessant problems that we face as Nigerians, as a Nigerian?
Man, I can't deny the fact that I faced the problem. Just on my way here, me and Modest, my guy, were talking about the problems of Nigeria, the whole trip coming down here. You know?
Oh my God!
But regardless, I'm not a child. I grew up in this country.
Yes.
So I'm used to complaining. I'm almost like I've almost gotten to the point where you know get anything to talk again. We don't complain, rage. So, and again, I'm lucky to be blessed. I'm lucky to be one of the blessed that I don't get stressed from my life. You know, God has been faithful in my life. God has provided for me and blessed me to provide for those around me. So I can't complain. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah, and of course you pass your message through your songs, obviously.
Yeah.
But talking about the music, when you listen to the new crop of talents that we have as musicians in Nigeria, do you feel impressed?
Very highly, more than highly impressed.
Anyone stick out that impresses you?
Man, there's too numerous to mention. Remember that I'm an artist who's like literally a studio rat. I get to meet a lot of these young guys, you know, even before they get signed. So a lot of them, I get to hear their music even before it comes out. And I'm more than impressed. You know, there's too much to be proud of. You know what I mean? Too much to be happy for, really.
I like books. And I saw that the other day you said 2 books I highly recommend.
Yeah.
The Book of Joy, Archbishop Tutu and Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
And Conversations with God.
Oh my God.
Part 2 and 3.
Literally the best books ever written by man.
Why would you say that?
Literally the best books ever written by man. And if you're a book lover, I think you should really check out those books. Like these are my favorite books. And that day I was just, I just thought to share some of my book loves.
What do you love about the books? What do they do for you?
The spirituality of it. So they're both spiritual books, even though not like towards any religious direction, but they're both spiritual books. Conversations with God. Like I can't tell you what it did to me personally, because it would be too cliche to say, oh, it changed my life, it made me a better person. But you know, when something talks to you deeper than what every other book does to you. I read so many books. I read literally every day of my life. Every day I wake up, I dedicate an hour to reading. But those 2 books are probably my favorite books of all time right now.
Starters Picnic.
Yes, Starters Picnic. Oh my God, Kevin Smalls, I should have taken you to Joss, man.
That's so funny because guess what? Guess what? I was talking to my sister. It's my birthday in January, and usually I like to go to random places. And I was saying, you know what? It would be nice to go strawberry picking.
January will be a perfect time, actually.
Yeah,
January will be a perfect time. Apart from strawberries, even grapes, apples, and stuff like that. But I mean, I did a picnic for the album in Joss recently, and just to I didn't want to do the typical idea of a show. So I wanted to do a picnic, instead, just to commune more with the people. And I took it to this location where I started literally where I wrote my first rap ever. It's called Lamingo Dam. It's a very beautiful dam. It's probably one of the most beautiful dams in Nigeria. But because people like you, Gucci, I don't really care about Jos. Now, no. America. I don't really care about Jos. You know, go Jos.
I've been.
I mean, shout out to you. I just want to see more people. Go to my. I'm the type of artist that I get a chance to go around this country like a lot, bro. I go around Nigeria a lot.
Yeah.
Every part of this country, and I see the beauty of it. I see the potential it has, and I'm always excited to share it again with more people. You know, Jos is highly recommended, bro. Forget all that story when I hear about heads, man, Boko Haram, whatnot. I know insecurity is a thing in certain areas, in certain villages or whatnot, but Jos is amazingly cool. Like, there's people there living amazing lives, driving with no potholes. You know what I mean?
I agree. Let me tell you, the weather was nice.
With
the
so
people
much
were kind.
Exactly.
The food was nice.
Food.
Everybody was so warm.
The freshest tomatoes. You know to be tomato Jos normally.
Yeah.
The freshest tomatoes, potatoes, onions, pepper, everything, the best food you can think about.
I shall be there.
And you know why that is?
Why?
It's because it's the highest point above sea level.
Yes.
So it has the best weather, and you know that's why it's called a plateau. All right, it's a plateau state.
I love it.
I
It's amazing to get to hear you speak about where you're from, and of course the love that you have for this country, and it's so amazing. But let's talk about your last project before, of course, Stardust. You had Fire and Ice.
Yes.
A 16-track body of work.
Yeah.
It was really amazing. What was your favorite track off that body of work?
Fire and Ice. I thought you said my last project is the Stardust EP.
Stardust.
Chopsticks.
Before the collaboration.
Oh, the Fire and Ice album. Oh yeah, that was an album that I did together with my brother Dapper Dam. You know,
Dapper.
yeah, that's my boy. That's my dog. And Dapper literally executive produced that whole album with me. Literally chose most of the beats, most of the features and stuff like that. But I love the record with Black Bones called Calculate. That was a record that I personally put my head on, and stuff like that. And there's another one called TLC. That's like a R&B type of song. I like that too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What would you say, like, if you thought about, I'm sure you have like a couple of favorite bars of like starters, but like your top two, like when you wrote the line, you were like, Iceprince, I'm too hard.
Let me tell you what.
Tell me.
Yo, I have an artist here called Modest. Modest is somebody who is always with me in the studio, and he knows how much I brag. Every time I write, I'll be like, who the heck is this Kendrick Lamar guy? Who is this Drake? This J. Cole? What are they telling me? No, for real. Enough for the jokes, man. Like, I know I'm always one of the rappers that's always picked on as being whack or being not lyrical in this country. But guess what? I am one of the smartest rappers you can ever hear.
For sure.
Oh God, like I came from the school of MI. There's no way I can be whack. So every line is intentional. Every line has a purpose. So even if we don't talk, say anytime we talk, say we go rock. Get why? Man. But yeah, man, like my music is intentional, so just check it out. I'm sure you will love it.
Anyways, it's been. I don't want this conversation to end.
Yes.
You know, this is the most fun we've had this week.
We'll do it again.
But we have to wrap it up, and especially as you know, we're all going to come together and watch this Nigerian game.
Yes,
Especially not going home.
No, we did.
Thank you so much for showing up in the studio, joining us on the road show. We look forward to more amazing tunes.
The number one show in Africa, man. Big up Kenny Smalls, big up Gucci, the whole Cool FM, everything nice.